Thank you very much. Cheers. Chris Kissling, Christchurch Civic Trust.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. There are more than financial implications to consider in the long-term plan. Virtually all decisions taken in the short term have long-term consequences because we are dealing with the built environment and how we operate within the constraints of that environment. We in New Zealand are profligate users of energy on a per capita basis. Energy is not free. How we use energy has implications for climate change. Council acknowledge this. We are a coastal city, vulnerable to rising sea levels. Moving inland impacts land use and loss of agricultural land. Energy is used to construct and to knock down. Energy is used when we physically access places conditioned by what choices we have to get about. Energy is used in the home, at work, at play, in fact, in all our activities. But do we evaluate planned alternatives from an energy conservation and efficiency perspective? Not very well. Our submission indicates our concerns with respect to heritage funding, disposal of some city assets, the future of the Robert McDougall Art Gallery, and makes a plea for better integrated public transport systems. It's not just about infrastructure. It is also about coordination and operational matters that facilitate convenient point-to-point access within acceptable timeframes. We also see the necessity for more rigorous protection of open space assets, particularly Hagley Park. The Council, as both administrator and advocate, is often in a conflicted situation as a promotional agent and as designated protector of a very significant heritage asset. There are legal requirements involved, sadly, too often sidestepped for political expediency, as in the application of the Hagley Park Management Plan. I'm leaving you time to ask questions. Thank you for making this verbal presentation possible. Execution within 5 minutes, as many have pointed out, severely limits potential dialogue. So if we don't get the questions now, we're quite happy to have written questions from you, which we will respond to. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Do I have any questions? Yanni.
Thanks. Have you looked at our PT Futures business case that we've put forward to central government?
I haven't, personally, no.
I guess I'm just kind of interested because a number of submitters, including yours, has talked about public transport.
Yes.
But we've already submitted the business case to central government. So
if you want,
the timing's kind of
quickly answering you on public transport. I've heard propositions that we shouldn't be making the existing bus operations within the 4 avenues. If you get on and off within the 4 avenues, it should be free. But I still say that we need, in the inner city area, we need an inner orbiter. We have an orbiter bus service which ties them together quite well out in the suburbs, but not in the central city. I find walking across this central city quite difficult, given a leg condition I have. Cannot use the bus services for that, and I am just one of many citizens who in that situation. So it's not an either-or situation. It's not an either-or rail transport or bus transport or those types. It is the integration of those and the proper management and operation. And I could give you a lot of time on that.
I think a number of us, sort of look back at the yellow bus that was provided. But, after the earthquakes, that was discontinued, and Christchurch City Council didn't have any buses to just put back into the system. So, which is why we asked ECAN to make it part of the public transport system. But as we know, we haven't got an integrated public transport system here or anywhere else in the country, actually. But
You have no one authority looking after it. You've got two.
yes, but even if you had one authority, managing a ridiculous system doesn't solve the problem.
Amen to that.
So I want the system fixed, and then we'll have it, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.